How's it going, everyone? The Trout 91 here for some Rayman Origins. Yes, Rayman Origins. This is post-commentary, by the way, just to inform you, because I tried to do a live commentary on this, but I didn't really know what to say, and the game's pretty self-explanatory. You jump and you move. This is like a 2D side-scroller. There are some 3D looking effects, but it's mostly just 2D, and most of you should know what Rayman is. I mean, it's been out for a long time. I remember Rayman 1 on the PlayStation was a pretty interesting game. They didn't have a... It was a weird one because it didn't really have much of a save system, so you had to kind of like keep playing until you either finished the game or lost or whatever. Because it pretty much started from the beginning every time. And then Rayman 2 was like, oh, I spent so many hours on that on the Dreamcast I had it for. And my god, it was one of my favorite games when I was younger. When did it come out? I was like, I think I was 11, 12 maybe, something around that age when it came out, I think. And my god, it was such a great game. This little weird dude whose arms and legs magically float. They're not actually got limbs attached to them. They're just like floating there. And he's got a cool hairdo and stuff. And I got Rayman 3 on the GameCube, and that was a really underrated game. I enjoyed it. I found it hard to complete. You know, I got stuck on one part and couldn't do it. And I tend to have this problem that when I get stuck on a game, I tend to stop playing altogether and generally just get annoyed and yeah, but whatever. And then I think the Raving Rabbids like series started. And I never really played much of that. I played a little bit. It's the mini games and the party games. They're kind of like Mario Party for the but Rayman style. And that was a pretty cool game, but you know I never really got into it that much because it was all pretty much on the Wii, and I don't really play my Wii. But this is an interesting game. I played this at Gamescom, and it was pretty fun when I played it. You can play co-op mode in it if you wish to. So I think this game's more one for the kids. It's more just it is pretty much just a kids game, 2D side-scrolling action, and you got a bit of co-op. So if you got more than one kid, they can just fuck around. And I suppose I shouldn't swear on a kid's video, but they can just mess about and do whatever they feel like doing, being saucy little chaps and all that. And I didn't know what kind of footage to show. I haven't played too long of it. I played about an hour. And so I thought I'd just show you the beginning part and how it plays out and stuff. But yeah, this game's looking pretty cool. To be honest, I'm not sure why it's a full-on £40 retail game on a disc. I think it was... I'm pretty sure Gamescom it was listed as like an arcade game, and I was pretty sure that's what it was going to be like. And considering how this game plays out and stuff, it's not that hard and it's not that in-depth. So I'm pretty sure it should have been an arcade game, to say the least. But it's an interesting game. I don't think you should like be going, oh, I must get this game, but it's certainly fun to play. You know, you don't have to really think too much, and you don't have to get stressed while playing it, because it's really quite just the enjoyable experience of running around, jumping and attacking things as that legendary lad Rayman. And I don't even really know what's going on. I'm just chasing this fit whore right now who's been captured by some big blue, like a blue ball, you know, a blue testicle. I don't know what he's doing. He wants to rape her, even though that's Rayman's job, obviously. He wants to do that, but yeah. But anyway, I thought I'd talk about, like, I start a series. I don't know if I'm going to continue with Rayman solely for this, as we rescue the fit bitch. And she's like, oh yeah, you're gonna get some tonight, Rayman. And Rayman's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get some tonight. But anyway, there's this... I want to kind of like start a series where I kind of talk about stuff. I know a lot of people enjoy the commentaries where I talk about real stuff and shit. And that's the kind of stuff I want to get back into. And I thought this would be a good way. I don't know if I'm going to continue with putting Rayman Origins in the background. I might do it every now and then. But I could put some other games in the background just to watch while I commentate about a certain subject. And I'm not really fully prepared for a subject, because it's up to you guys to fulfill me with the subjects that you want. You could pretty much give me any topic you want me to kind of like give my opinion or talk about, and I'll do it, because it seems like something interesting. You know, like I do for the Q&As, I put a random game, doesn't matter what it is, and I'll do the Q&A because the game's not really that important. It's just about the commentary itself and the questions. That's kind of what I'm doing here, but I'm doing Trout talks or whatever. So like today I just kind of want to talk about childhood gaming, because when I was a child, I was pretty terrible at gaming. I'm not gonna lie, I was nothing special at gaming. I sucked major donkey dildos. Donkey dildos? Donkey dick. I was really bad at gaming. I mainly spent most of my gaming time watching my older brother play it because he was really good at it, and I was absolutely terrible. I had no confidence in myself to do it, and I kind of got a little bit scared at some of the big boy scenes. You know, like fucking Zelda, for example, when you're like big adult Link and you face all these big scary monsters. You know, like Ganondorf in the final boss. That's a scary fight if you're like, what? How old was I? I must have been like 7 or 8, something like that. I was like, man, I don't want to do this. I can't do it. And it's not good when you see your older brother who's supposed to be good at stuff like struggling to do well at it. You're just like, yeah, I've got no chance of this. I'm just gonna sit here and watch. And for some reason, I found it more interesting watching than actually playing the game. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but either way, I enjoyed watching games being played as much as I did playing them. I think the first game I ever played must have been like Sonic on the Sega Mega Drive. I remember having a Sega Mega Drive, but I don't fully remember playing it, to be honest. You know, it's a weird one. My memory's not that good when it goes that far back. I have this amazing memory to remember such stupidly useless things. Like, I can remember so many like gameplays that people talk when people talk about they're trying to remind someone of a gameplay commentary. They struggle to remember it, but when it comes to me, it's just like, yeah, I could name it off the top of my head if I remember it. And they're just like, how the fuck do you remember that? I have this weird memory that I can remember such stupid and useless things, but when it comes to important stuff, can't remember it for squat. It's kind of weird. But either way, the gaming console I fully do remember playing as a kid was the Super Nintendo. I play, you know, Super Mario Brothers or whatever it was. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it's Super Mario World, actually, not Super Mario Brothers. I remember playing that. Don't remember being any good at it. I think I just remember mashing buttons and hoping something happened, and this little Italian plumber dude just ended up doing something. But yeah, I remember once the day or two after we got it, I remember coming into the living room and then just seeing my mum play it, and I was like, "Mum, what are you doing playing that? That's not for you. You shouldn't be playing that." And she was like, "Well, I bought it, so I'm gonna play it." And I was like, "Fair enough. I'm gonna watch you play it then." And she was terrible, and I was like, "Mum, let me play." And then she was like, "No, I'm playing. I want to give it a go." And I was like, "But you're not very good at it." And she's like, "Well, I don't care." And I was like, "Come on, let me play." And that was a funny moment, to say the least. I mean, I don't know how many people can say that their parents have just like actively gone out and started playing games with them. I remember playing my dad a couple of times at FIFA, and he'd be like, he wouldn't be the greatest player, obviously, but we'd have a good game together because I wasn't very good myself, and he knows a lot about football. He's a football fanatic, and he always has been since he was a wee little lad. And he used to be the manager of my older brother's football team, and he won many cups with them. You know, like the county cups, the league cups. He was just a beast of a manager. You know, he was the Jose Mourinho of the Sunday League managers. But yeah. I remember playing him at FIFA a couple of times, and then I'd make some substitutions. Don't even know why I was making substitutions. I'd just do it for the sake of it. And he's like, "Come on, mate, let's hurry up." And I was like, "Calm down. I'm just, you know, making my substitutions. Are very crucial, you know. Just be patient and be polite." He's like, "No, mate, let's just go." And it's just some funny moments like that. I remember I spent hours and hours playing with my brothers on like GoldenEye and Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. Oh, the laughs and stuff we had playing those games was absolutely phenomenal. Those kind of games will never really replace some of the nowadays games. And that's kind of something I want to ask you. Do you think that games these days are they not the same as they don't have the same value as last time? I think at this current age and time, we are in the best like, we are in the best time frame in history, especially for gaming. I don't know about, you know, well, I think, yeah, in general, for all kind of developments and what's going on, like, stuff in the world today, we're in, like, the best time to grow as a humanity, as the world progresses and we find new things. The gaming community is certainly thriving. Every year there's something new and big coming out, and it's still growing even today as we speak. Well, I speak and you listen. The new stuff is happening. I mean, some of the games... Oh, I died there. But some of the games are not quite the same as they used to be. It seems like they're a bit more rushed than they used to say the least. Because it does annoy me when a full-on game... People spend ages making a game, and they try and sell it, and it's not finished, and then they try and fix it afterwards. It's a bit of a pain, to say the least. Some games don't even get that chance to fix things, so it's a bit of a shame that they go and do that, to say the least. I can't even hit this fucking thing. But yeah, anyway, that's just a little question for you dudes. What do you think about gaming these days compared to older days? I think most of you are young, so most of you are around, like, I don't know, between the ages of like 12 and 15, so you might not remember all that many games that when I was younger, but... And even so, there's going to be older people that are watching this that do remember those kind of things and might remember ones even further back. So that's just something to keep in mind, and let me know in the comments section as I get one achievement. Yay! But yeah, it's something to consider for you chaps. And gaming in general, as a kid, it was fun. It was definitely a lot funner. It was just for shits and giggles. And it seems like it's more becoming a cash cow than something for fun nowadays. But I still have a ton of fun playing with mates and stuff on these games. And one of these a game like Rayman just reminds me of all my childhood experiences and how simple games would be, but were still fun as hell. So yeah, that's just something to say. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. If you did, give it a like, and I'll see you later. Peace out.